This is part 2 of my driving video to Old Country Buffet in Maple Grove, and then part on I did a lot of ranting about all the things that pissed me off. Like the poetry slam, and I should be enjoying Old Country Buffet, but this is a long, stressful fucking day. My visa's cool, but I'm stuck here until midnight because this is the talk about rituals associated with Asperger's syndrome. And this is one of my monthly rituals that I go to the grocery store, and it used to be on the 4th Friday of the month, but my work schedule changed and that got all fucked up. Very strange and weird things can happen. Oh, I'm trying to get Social Security disability because things at the point I can't stand mainstream people anyway. They're such fucking assholes. If they would have left me the fuck alone, I could have handled it, but most people are fucking, when I go to any work, most people are mediocre, stupid fucking assholes. The only way to stay sane is to meet what few cool people there are out there, which is supposed to come things like poetry readings and poetry slams, which is all fucking popularity contests, where I did the thing about Asperger's syndrome and being a nerd, and someone pointed out to me that it's not even the vulgarity that they're being fucking assholes about. It's being, well, it's vulgarity that some people are assholes about, but it's just being different and weird is what, because there are normal people, or people a lot more normal than I am, and people talking about eating women's pussies and all this shit. But if you're normal and vulgar, I guess that's okay. Or popular, much more like just popular. Popularity contest, clicky fucking bullshit, which I am just sick and fucking tired of that fucking bullshit. That it's what's popular, so therefore anything that's different is no good. Of course, as I mentioned, that self-righteous, uptight fucking cunt who didn't like having sex with John Bonet's dead body at Bohemian Grove. Didn't like it, and she said it was creepy. Which, of course, all that did is made me want to do it more. Oh, shit, I gotta get off the exit here. Yeah. I guess there's some shit going on that I'm not at liberty to talk about because someone who knows me, I want to talk about what a fucking asshole is, and I probably will at some point, but not quite yet. And the weather is cooler than it was yesterday. It's certainly cooler than Florida, but it's still fucking hot out. Quiet time. Actually, that video was started from the same place, except I'm going a different route. I went to the Law of Attraction, which I'm actually is tonight, but I can't fucking go to that because this happened to fall on the same day. That fucking sucks. God, I'm hoping things will get better when the weather gets a little cooler. Because, I mean, this has really been a summer of shit. Just a lot of fucking bullshit this summer. Are there any good moments of this year? It seems like it's now pretty much a tradition that no matter what year it is, or if it's a so-called good year, this is supposed to be the so-called good year. I go through all your cycles, and I don't want to get into that right now. Oh god, this fucking traffic. Because the traffic like this is why I like abortion. There's so many people in the world, and most of them are a bunch of assholes. You know, new town, and they got like a downtown section. They should have Trons going here. And they're actually talking about it. And actually, since they got the Hiawatha light rail started, oh shit! Fuck! Oh fuck you, fucking cunt! She honked at me. That fucking bitch. Trying to get in the lane there on my lanes. Oh, that fucking cunt honked at me. Oh god, this fucking turn way left there. I hate those. Getting in the wrong lane. I hate it when that happens because of all these problems. Country buffet. Let's focus on buffets. I guess at least I'm partly living in the present moment. Right now, well, not really. When I get to Old Country Buffet, I can start living in the present moment by eating all that endless amounts of food. I can't live in the present moment right now because I got to think of all the fucking assholes who have given me their shit the past couple of months. Having to feel rushed and stressed, that really sucks. They got a new library. There isn't a lack, even though it's a suburb and most people in suburbs are fucking assholes. There's plenty to do here. Well, if you're an interesting person, there's plenty to do. If you're a boring, mediocre fucking asshole, no. There's a library here. We can use the internet. Library alone can get busy, and they're open on, so you get. Where the fuck is? God, where's Old Country? God, how much time have I got? 7 minutes. Shit, this is gonna be close. Well, there's Old Country Buffet. God, I don't know if I should even have gone in that way. I think there was a better way to go. God. Oh, actually, I went the right way. Well, that's good. God. This is where it's the most dangerous. Parking. Oh god, there's so many people here yet. I gotta be careful not to have an accident. God, that would suck. So I gotta look for a car coming the other way unexpectedly. Because that was been over years since that close call happened. Well, I don't think I'm gonna park here. I'm out of fucking time, so I just want to enjoy my piece at Old Country Buffet.